North is an important place for Wurundjeri elder Colin Hunter Jr. Named after settler and grazier John Batman, the local council has voted to rename it Gumbury Park, after Colin Hunter's grandmother.
I think that she'd be quite proud of the honour, you know, because she would have been in this park many a time.
John Batman was one of Melbourne's founding fathers. He was famous for signing a so-called treaty with Indigenous elders in 1835, giving them knives, flour and blankets in exchange for their land. The treaty was later annulled and he has since fallen from grace.
In Tasmania there's records of him as a bounty hunter of Indigenous people.
Campaigners want not just the park, but the entire Batman electorate renamed.
I think there's a difference between remembering and recognising the people who had an important role to play, for good or ill, in our history, and actively celebrating those people in place names.
It was near here, on the banks of the Merri Creek, that John Batman is believed to have signed his controversial treaty, later famously declaring Melbourne to be the place for a village. Nearly 2 centuries later, his is not the only pioneering legacy that's been questioned. There's also calls for the Macmillan electorate to be changed, over the involvement of Scottish explorer Angus Macmillan in massacres in eastern Victoria. In the lead-up to the anniversary of the 1967 referendum, advocates say it's the right time to acknowledge Australia's violent colonial past. But many residents of the Batman electorate disagree.
Probably a good idea to, but not right now.
I don't think it matters to everyday Australians what they do.
So it's not a priority?
No, they should be spending their money doing other things.
It's just a name, you know.
Colin Hunter sees it differently.
Till you can accept the truth and acknowledge the past, how can you move forward in reconciliation? You can't.
Sasha Payne, SBS